Hi everyone, I'm Smriti. Welcome to your Energy and Mobility Reformer on the Mat workout. I'm really excited about today's workout because we're doing exercises traditionally done on the Reformer on the mat. Don't worry if you don't have any prior experience with Reformer. I'll guide you every step of the way. All you need is a place to move. Today you do have the option also to use light hand weights or a resistance band. So if you have those and if you'd like to use those to intensify the exercise or provide more support for a certain movement, you have the option to do that. I'll provide cues for both options. This is gonna be a wonderful full body workout whether or not you use props or not. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start laying down on the mat. So we're gonna turn around and face the front of the mat with your legs hip distance apart and arms reach forward. Settle the shoulders down your back. Take a moment to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, roll your pelvis back. Articulate the spine down vertebra by vertebra all the way down onto the ground. And bend your knees, bring your feet close towards your hips. Legs are about hip distance apart and arms rest by your side. Take a deep breath in and full breath out, closing the eyes, letting your spine just soften onto the mat. Full breath in, filling the lungs with fresh air. And as you exhale, soften your body onto the mat, letting go of any tension or stress. Full breath in, feeling the ribs stretch onto the mat or the ground. And as you exhale, softening the jawline, widening the collarbone, softening the hips. One more time, deep breath in, filling up the body with energy. And as you exhale, letting go of anything that's not serving you today, any thoughts or worries. And gently scan your body from the very top of the head, flowing your attention steadily through the face and the neck, noticing different parts of your body, how they feel, any areas of comfort or discomfort, noting without any judgment, scanning all the way down through the chest, the stomach, the hips, thighs and knees, calves and feet, and the arms side by side. And now set your sacred intention for yourself here today. Why you're doing what you're doing right now here on the mat with me. And open your eyes. 4-leg slide. Slide your right leg on the mat as you bring the same side arm up towards the ears. Flex that right leg, foot, and then slide the heel back. Knees align back as the arms return. And breathe out as you lengthen, stretch out, warming up the body, getting it ready for movement. And reach out, stretching, improving your mobility, building energy into your body. And let's go to the other side. So you're gonna stretch out, flex the toes, flex the whole foot as you reach the arms back. Keep the ribs funneled in. So we wanna make sure we're not popping those ribs. We keep the ribs in and slide the arm and the leg back in. And reach out, keeping the pelvis still if you can there, flexing the foot, stretching the calves. One more like that, reach out, lengthen, reach away, keeping the jawline soft, and bring the hands down by your side for neck curl. Bring both hands behind the bottom of your head and rest them, holding the neck. Legs are hip distance apart. From here, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lengthen the neck and the head up and over to look at your abdomen. So scooping the abdomen in and up, drawing the navel in and up towards your diaphragm. Elbows are wide to the side. And roll the spine back down, articulating vertebra by vertebra. Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, carve the abdominals in and up. Lift the head, neck, and the shoulders up and over. Your bottom tip of the scapula is touching the mat. And roll the spine down, bone by bone by bone, improving the mobility of your spine as we articulate. That's often part of the body that gets tight, right? So we want to have limber and flexible and mobile spine. And roll back down. One more time. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift the head, neck, and the shoulders up and over, drawing the navel in and up, looking at your abdomen. And lay your spine down like string or pearls. Bone by bone, head is the last thing to touch. Bring your right leg into tabletop and left leg into tabletop. Press the inner thighs together. Lengthen the head, neck, and the shoulder up and over just as we did for neck curl. The head is supported by the hands for footwork series. From here, press the legs out into diagonal and bend the knees to bring it back in. Draw the navel in and up. Legs reach out and pull back in. Now here, if you have a resistance band, you can put the resistance band on your feet and hold on to it with your hand as you pull out and in so that you have that option. Without the resistance band, just find plenty of core workout in here as you press out and in. Reach out long with those legs. Shoulder blades melting down your back. You're in that bottom tip of the scapula. For modification, you can keep your head down as you straighten and bend the knees. Let's do one last time. And in. From here, we're going to bring the heels together and toes apart, going into our footwork series here, traditionally done on the reformer. Just imagine you have a bar right underneath the arches of your feet, and you're going to press onto that bar as you reach the legs out. The legs are externally rotated, and pull it back in. Now, can you keep your pelvis still a little more as you press out and in? We're working on mobility, right? So what's moving is just as important as what's not. That's what Pilates is so good for, is focusing on that stability and mobility as we boost your energy. All good things. Press out and in. Remember, you can always modify by keeping the head down or reach the leg up and down for more of a back support. So find your version. Do the version that serves you best today. You don't have to look like me. Let's make this our last one. Bend it in. Lower the head. Turn the head side to side, releasing any tension on the neck for coordination. Bring your legs into tabletop and bring the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Plug those arms into the shoulder joints here. From here, lift the head, neck, and the shoulders as the arms come to the side of the pelvis, and open, close the legs, bend just the knees, and then lower the spine back down as you bring the arms back up. So imagine you have straps in your hand if you were doing a reformer workout. Now here, you can add in the weights in your hand if you'd like here as you press up. And open, close, bend, and lower the body. And pressing out. Open, close, shoulder blades flowing down your back. Your navel is drawing in and up. Open, close, bend, and lower. Last one. Press out. Open, close, bend, and lower the body. Bring both hands down. Right leg down, left leg down. Turn over onto your stomach. If you'd like to use your light hand weights, go ahead and bring them onto the sides. Hold on to them with your hand. If you're not using light hand weights, imagine you're holding on to a strap or weights. We're going to go ahead and rest the forehead on the mat to begin. Press your pubic bone onto the ground. Lift the navel off the mat and hover up the hands to your side for pulling strap. Glide the scapula down your back as you lift the head, neck, and the shoulders up, bringing the arms towards the sides of your pelvis. So you're looking straight and a little forward. And lower the body as you bring the hands back into your letter T. So imagine you're holding a strap and you're pulling that strap or handle up and back, or weights if you're using weights. Your head is in line with your spine, and lower body back down. Focus on articulating the spine of the upper back. We're not using the lower back. We're pressing the hips down to lift up, proving the mobility of your upper back, and exhale to lower. 2 more like that. Reach up and lower. Last one. Hold here and lower the body back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under and press back into quick rest pose. Bringing your hips over your heel. Keep those toes tucked under for a good stretch. Allow your body to just breathe. Allow your lower body to release. Feel that good stretch on your lower back and your glutes. Taking replenishing breath in and out. Letting any tension just release off your body. Come back onto the mat. All the way down. Lower your body and turn over for backstroke. If you're using light hand weights, go ahead and place them on your hands right in front of your forehead. Otherwise, you're going to imagine you're holding onto the strap or weights. From there, curl the body up and over. From here, lift the arms and the legs straight up. Open the arms and the legs apart. Hover the hands over the thighs. Shoulder blades flow down your back. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, bring the hand to your forehead. Up. This is such a good whole core workout, right? And pull it in modification. You keep your head down as you do the movement or do smaller range of motion. So find your version and make it work for you. Up, open, around, hold, and in. Last one. Hold, pull it in, lower your body back down, bring the hands to your side, bend the knees in, hug the knees in towards your chest, and rock up to seated for short box series. We'll start with the round with your legs hip distance apart, sitting right on top of our sitting bones so we can get that lifted, straight posture. If you're not able to sit like this, you can also put a rolled or folded up towel underneath your pelvis to release pressure off your lower back or your hips. From here, we're going to reach the arms forward and then wrap the hands around our stomach. Set the shoulders down your back. From here, lift the abdominals off your palms. So we're using our palms as feedback, right? So it's nice to have that feedback to know what we pull in and up against or away from. From here, drawing the abdominals in and up away from your palm as you articulate the spine down. Head comes in towards the heart. And then come right back up. We're going to keep the shoulder blades flowing down. Abdominals are drawing in and up, articulating the spine down. Bring the waistline in. Imagine you have a tight corset around your waistline. Strengthening those abdominals. And as we do all these core work, it's boosting your energy as well. Roll down. And we need energy and mobility to do everyday life with more ease, more confidence, and more focus, right? That's why we do Pilates. Last two. Last one, rolling down and coming up for the twist. Take both hands, place them behind your head. If you're not able to go into this position, you can also cross your arm for any shoulder issues. From here, sit up tall, nice and tall. Lift your rib cage off your hip. Twist and rotate and reach out into a diagonal. Come back into the diagonal and reach back forward. Modification, you can have your legs straight if that feels better. Or do a smaller range of motion and we go the other way. So imagine your spine is spiraling up from the tailbone through the top of your head. We keep that length for that mobility, reaching out. These movements are very small, but they're so smart and efficient and effective. That's what Pilates is so awesome for. Keep your elbows wide to the side, shoulder blades relaxed. Last side, twist, reach out, pull in, and center, and bring the hands forward. Hands go on the side, and roll the spine down, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down. Reach your right arm in, right leg out on the mat. Turn over, use your hand to assist onto your stomach. Place your hands underneath your shoulder. Now come onto a kneeling position for a leg pull front or long stretch series. So traditionally you move on the reformer and we're gonna move, but we're gonna use our own body weight. From here, bring your heels together, toes apart. Press the arms into the mat, lengthen your arms into the shoulder joint, activating and charging our shoulder girdle. From here, bring your right leg back, left leg back. Press those inner thighs together. Your shoulders are right over your wrist. Press the fingertips down as you glide back and in, out, and in. Just like on the reformer, you're moving. Lower and lift. Modification, you can come onto your forearm like this as you glide forward and back. So if you have a wrist issue, that's an excellent way of modifying while still getting the great benefits of Pilates as you build strength, improve your mobility and balance, all that good stuff. Let's do 2 more. Last one, and in. Lower your right knee down, left knee down. Your legs are about hip distance apart, kneecaps right underneath the hip socket, and the wrist underneath the shoulders. From here, lengthen the spine long. Lift your abdominals in and up. From here, we're going into knee stretch series. We're going to start with just holding that position by tucking those toes under for knees off. Tuck the toes under. From here, press the toes onto the mat, press the palm down, and hover up. Lifting the knees and the bottom part of your legs off the mat, holding it here for 3 more counts. 2, 1, and lower back down. I already feel the whole body activated and energized. I don't know about you, but I am. All right, we're gonna go back up, lift up, and hold here for 3 more counts. 2, 1, and lower yourself back down. Now, you can stay here to progress. You are going to hover up and then slide out and in. So you can stay in that version I did earlier, or you can straighten it out and in, just like on the reformer. You straighten and bend. Last 2, last 1. Lower that leg, lower the knees back down. And if there's any issues you're feeling on your wrist, just be mindful you're using your hold hand, right? So you want to press all the paddings of the hand. You can even place a rolled up towel underneath your wrist to see if it releases pressure. Now let's go on to the other side. So we're going to go back up over there, hover up, kneecap comes up, and press the other leg out and in. So you press out and in. This is balance work as well, and mobility work right here. Out and in. Activate those glutes. Activate those abs, y'all. You got this. Last 2. Last 1. And in. Lower the foot down. And then lower both knees back down. Well done. Let's go back into an external rotation on the knees for a quick, delicious rest position. Breathe into the mat and release any pressure off your body. Letting go of any tension or tightness. Hold here and breathe out. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Turn around to face the front of the mat. Legs are hip distance apart. Bring the arms forward and articulate your spine down vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Knees are hip distance apart, going into pelvic lift. Press the hands on the mat. Let's bring them a little wider today. So outside of the mat, doing this upside down V. From here, you're gonna bring your legs a little wider. Actually, let's do it wide as the mat, if that feels okay on your knees. Externally rotate both knees out. From here, lift the pelvis up in one piece. So this feels a little different than a shoulder bridge. This is a pelvic lift. This is a position we often do on the reformer as the carriage moves. Keep your neck long, head reaching up and away. From here, we're gonna go ahead and articulate the spine down vertebra by vertebra, all the way down, melting the spine into the mat, improving the mobility of the spine. Going back up, lift up, stretch the hips to the sky, focusing on that hip mobility, and roll the spine down bone by bone. Keep the neck soft, soften through the sternum, piece by piece. Beautiful. And let's go back up, lift up, hips to the sky. This time we're gonna stay here and do some pulses here, small pulses. Lower the pelvis and lift the pelvis as we strengthen those glutes. As we do these dynamic movements, we build that strength, improve your energy, and lower and lift. You're doing awesome. Stick with me. So proud of you for showing up. You're doing all good things to take care of your body and your mind. And let's do 2 more. Last one, hold here and roll down piece by piece. Keep reaching those legs out into diagonal so we get more of that stretch through the inner thighs. Let's go back up for the pulses. Small pulses, lower and lift, lower and lift. Engage those glutes, activate those glutes. We spend so much time sitting these days. That's often the part of the muscle that gets weak, but it's actually one of our largest muscle groups. So if we power and strengthen those glutes in the large muscle group like abs, we also improve our energy, right? That's why it's called the powerhouse. Up and down. It powers our movement, our everyday activity. Last one, stay up there. Breathe out. Keep reaching those kneecaps out in a diagonal. You can adjust your foot position if you need to bring your heels a little closer towards underneath your kneecap. I realized I needed to do that. And roll the spine down vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Release the spine. Release the pelvis and let it just relax there. I'm going to bring both legs in towards you. Rock your hips side to side and bring it back to center. From here, rest the hands by your side for running. We're going to go ahead and press up both legs out into diagonal. So the big toes are going to touch together as the heels naturally come apart for running. So you're going to lower or reach the heel towards the ceiling of one foot, and then you switch and lower and out. So we're focusing on stretching the heels through the calves. This is a challenge enough on its own by itself because you just did all that ab work and now you're still using your abs. So for a little more of a challenge, imagine you resting your head in the headrest as you rest your head in that lifted posture and out. Stretching through the calves. Keep the big toe touching. This is kind of an awkward position, right? But it's so good. Through those back of the calves and the heels, often forgotten part of the body. Let's do one more each leg. Straighten the leg, bend the knees, lower your body, nod the chin to chest, rock up to seated, and let's move on to our split series. So from here, cross the legs if you can. Let's have some fun with it for some of our mobility and balance work. From here, press the heels down and reach the arms forward or the side, whatever feels best for you to help you balance and get up. Press the heels down and stand up. Don't worry if that's not how you got up. You needed to use your hand. Perfectly fine. We're working on getting progress. Remember, Pilates is a practice, not perfection. So we'll just do what feels good in our body, meet our body where it's at today, be present with it, right? So let's go ahead and bring one leg forward. So let's bring our left leg forward as your right leg goes back, and it's slightly externally rotated, but I want you to bring your hips and square them through the front of the mat. So from here, hips are squared forward, front leg is straight, the toes are pointed forward, back leg, the foot is externally rotate, the toes pointed out, and let's go ahead and bend that front knee for the front split. So you might need to adjust after you set up your first one. Square your hips, find that tall posture, scoop the navel in and up, and lower your hands down onto the ground next to the front leg. If you're not able to get down onto the ground, you can also use stacked up books or folded up towels or blanket. So find your version here and let the head slightly relax here, drawing the navel in and up, looking it towards your abdomen as you straighten that front leg. And in. Now if you need to bring that back leg away a little bit more, keep reaching that back leg's heel. You can do that as you straighten and bend the front leg. Keep those hips squared. My back hip always wants to turn. I don't know about you, but that's how we be present, right? We just do what we can do. Let's do one more. And in. Now from here, going into Russian split. Draw the navel in and up. Keep reaching your back heel away towards the ground, even if it's floating off like mine is. And press on the heel of your left leg on the ground to help you balance. Activate those inner thighs. From here, you're going to lift your body upright. You can keep your hands on the thighs for more. Place your hands behind your head. Elbows are wide to the side. Realign the spine and your back leg if you need to. And you're going to straighten and bend the front leg. Your hips stay squared forward. Stay tall. Last one. And in, lower your hands down next to the front foot. Let the head relax. Bring the back leg forward. Good. Let the head relax. Keep the knees slightly bent. And then place your hands behind your ankle and let your body stretch, upper body stretch up and over towards the knees. You can be further away if that's what works for you today. This is what I need today. I need to get a little closer towards my leg. All right, then bring the hands back onto the ground and bring the opposite leg back. So right leg is in the front, left leg goes back, front knee is bent, back leg is externally rotated so the back foot is turned out. Square the hips forward as you straighten. Let the head relax and bend the front leg out, stretching through those hamstrings. Plug that thigh bone into the hip socket. Reach the hip up towards the sky so we get that length. We're working on the mobility so we can do everyday life activities without having to overthink it, right? Just be comfortable and just move. Now stay forward, going into your Russian split here. Press onto the front foot's heel. Activate the back leg. Reach out with that back leg's heel. Lift your body upright modification. You can just keep your hands here on top of the thighs or place your hands behind your head. From here, you're going to straighten the front leg and bend. So that kneecap comes right over the ankle and pressing out and in. You're doing amazing. You can use the wall for balance work here too if you need. So you can place your one hand on the wall if you need that. And now keep that back leg reaching away. Mine was lifting. I don't know about you. All right, so we're going to press onto that front heel to help us balance and lower the hands down onto the ground. Bring the back leg forward. Legs are squared. Keep the front knee bent. Place the hands behind the ankle and hold here for a stretch here. And stack your spine back up, rolling up the pelvis. Spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way upright. Come to the middle of the mat. Bring your legs hip distance apart. And from here, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. So we're in this standing position. From here, reach the arms out to the side for lotus as you lift the chest up. Blossoming like a lotus, arching the upper back, and bring the head back aligned with your spine as the arms come framing your beautiful face. And reach up, shoulders flow down, chest opens. Exhale to come back in. This movement is so good for improving your posture, help you feel more open and energized and mobile. One more time. This is like swan, right? Standing swan. All the way back up and rest the hands by your side. Let's go into arm circles. From here, reach the arms up, out to the side, around and in. Just like arm circle on the Reformer. If you're using weights, you can go ahead and grab those weights and do the arm circles with the weights. For a little bit more of a challenge, we're gonna go up, around, and in. As you lift the heels up, circle the arms up, open to the side. You got this. Last two. Last one. And rest the hands by your side. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a delicious breath in, filling up the lungs with energy. And exhale, melt the shoulders, soften the muscles, and letting go of any tension. Full breath in, expanding the ribs, allowing the breath to reinvigorate your body, improve your circulation. And as you exhale, calming the nervous system, softening the muscles, and letting go of anything that's not serving you today. Notice how good your body feels. Notice how clear and focused your mind feels. Give yourself an internal high five, smile, and open your eyes. Congratulations, you did it. You completed today's energy and mobility reformer on the mat workout. You should be so proud of yourself. You're doing an awesome job of taking care of yourself. Keep up the great progress. Stick with me, and I'll see you back at your place very soon for your next Pilates workout. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video and want to see more classes like this video, subscribe to this channel and tap that notification bell, and let me know how today's class went for you in the comment section below.